Hey guys, welcome back to Cleo, a pirate's tale. In the last episode we came to the afterlife and I just refused to play another match of cannon fodder or kraken fodder, what it's called, against the bouncer. Well, it doesn't really matter because apparently there is nothing else going on in this town here. Let me just check once again. It's just the bouncer and Teddy's bar, and we are of course going to. We had a look at the afterlife already, so we are going to enter Teddy's. Oh, okay. Lots of people here. Oh, it's Butthead Pete.
This is Butthead Pete. Pete. Hey, Pete. The two are totally engrossed in conversation.
Okay.
Hey, guys.
Ugh, you again.
I knew you would bring bad luck to us.
Yeah, exactly.
Away with you, you plague bird.
Frank? Oh, I guess that explains why he didn't finish his drink.
Could leave, but we are of course not going to do that.
Looks familiar to me for some reason.
Yeah, because it's a Monkey Island theme.
Hello?
I love the subtle music, by the way.
I can't breathe.
Oh, doesn't matter. You're already dead. Don't worry.
It's you, right? Captain Cabeka? I've read all the books about you. I am really your biggest fan.
Psst! Not so loud!
What are you doing here?
I guess the same thing everyone else is doing down here. You, me, good Antonio over there. We enjoy the rest of the time we have in the afterlife, right? Until we are forgotten.
You will never be forgotten. You're a legend.
Psst! Okay.
Oh, I met your book writer.
Avery Alwick? Oh, impossible.
Yes, really.
Well, shiver me timbers. And he managed to escape from Pambo Island.
Well,
I was wondering why I couldn't find him anywhere down here. Oh, thank heavens. That's a load off me mind. It's a long story. I don't want to bore you with it, but thank you. I feel much better now.
how did you die?
Avery would probably have made an exciting story out of it. But in the end, I was just ingloriously killed by a snake.
A snake bite?
Oh, no. The snake was not venomous at all. I tripped over it and fell inconveniently onto a coconut.
Yeah, that story could be improved.
You know, I don't care anymore. I'll tell you something. As a child, I also read books, about great adventurers, like you do. And I wanted to be such a glamorous character, too. All me life, I have been crazy about making me stories look as glorious as possible. And I was successful. You know the books. Then, when I died a legend, came to the afterlife, and sat down here in Teddy's bar, I had time to think about me life. And do you know what I realized?
What?
I had stopped listening.
What do you mean?
You see, I was so caught up in my own story that I just didn't hear any other stories, you understand? I haven't really listened to anyone for a really long time. And down here, nobody dares to tell their stories to me anymore.
Why not?
Why not? You know that pianist over there, right? Antonio Laurenti. Why, he's probably the best and most famous composer and pianist of all time. Do you think anyone dares to make music around him? No one wants to compare themselves to him, whether intentionally or unintentionally. When he is not playing the piano himself, it is always quiet around him. This is the fate of the world's best pianist. Do you understand now why nobody tells me their stories?
And that's why you're sitting here, so lonely and in the shade?
Oh, I don't feel lonely. I have recently learned to listen and observe very carefully. I can tell you something interesting about everyone in the room.
What about the guy on the chandelier?
That's easy. This is Alfonso, my best friend. Has been by my side for years, every step of the way. Unfortunately, many years of it in a monkey's body, hence the nickname Aponzo. And, unfortunately, he just can't break the habit anymore. If he sees something that he can hang on to, then hang on to it he will.
What about those two over there playing Kraken fodder?
The blonde guy's name is Eric, and he's a pretty bad loser. He claims no one has really defeated him in Kraken fodder, but he loses quite often, and then always claims that he let the other guy win. The other guy is called Not Joe, and he knows all 605 knots of the 55 knot grandmasters. I've also heard that he can untie any knot in seconds. I really hope he'll teach me that someday.
What about the two lovebirds at the bar?
Pete came down here at the same time as the other two guys, and he has a lot of interesting fisherman stories to tell. You wouldn't believe what he's already caught. And apparently he already has Booze Britter on the hook too.
Booze Britta?
Booze Britter is the sunshine in the teddies, I can tell you that. Always in a good mood. And she can drink everybody in here under the table. She must have been like this during her lifetime too. Because allegedly, she was buried with a bottle of hunting accident. Her absolute favourite booze.
Tell me something about Antonio Laiterendi.
Laiterendi has written many songs about famous people, became world famous himself. And so his time here in the afterlife is probably one of the longest of all. He plays his legendary songs here at Teddy's every day. But do you know what he does when the last guest leaves the bar?
What?
He takes a special sheet of music out of his briefcase of a song he wrote here in the afterlife. And then he plays this song every evening. A song for his wife.
Where is his wife?
Forgotten. Archived. Her time here was very short, because nobody remembers the great pianist's wife, right? No matter how important she was to him, there is nothing that Laiterendi wishes more than to have written this song during his lifetime. Oh, he wrote songs about me, Teddy McAnally, and many others. But this, the most important song for him, he wrote too late.
How tragic. Wait, what's going on now?
Have you screwed up anything since you've been down here?
What?
Your halo! It's activated! Why, you better go to the administration right now, or you'll get into trouble.
But I wanted...
They can archive you at any time if you don't follow the rules. And me too if I keep chatting with you, even though your halo is activated. So, you better hurry up.
Alright, so we better hurry up, but first of all, we have 2 new entries in the diary. The afterlife, I can't believe it, I'm really dead. In the afterlife, I was in a strange administration building, and there they took the index card from Teddy McAnally and sent me out. It's so strange down here. The first thing that catches my eye here in the afterlife is a huge bar, the Teddy's. Captain Cabeka. I met Captain Cabeka in person at Teddy's. The encounter was very different from what I would have expected. A humble man in the shadows who has started to soak up the stories around him instead of telling his own. I was particularly taken by the story of the pianist. That is true, that is really... it's just sad, right? He just wants to be reunited with his wife, but unfortunately he can't. Oh!
There you are, my recently deceased messenger. why are you looking so mad?
You...
Hey! Don't get naughty, young lady. I am now again in possession of the holy mandate of the afterlife. If you don't make a good impression on me, I'll shred your death card and archive you. It's faster than drowning.
And what more do you want from me?
Well, I wanted to say thank you for turning in Teddy's death card and ending my agonizing exile. Everything is going according to plan, and now I'm putting things back in order here.
In order?
Order is the most important thing. The best way to make order is to sort out.
You mean you want to archive undead souls at random?
Who is talking about doing anything at random here? Ha! Of course I do it using a defined system. Teddy's bar. Everyone who has ever entered this bar. Everyone who has ever had a beer there, played cards, or sat at the piano. Anyone who even looked too long through the window into that cursed bar. Every single one of them gets archived.
Uh-oh.
Ouch!
What? What was that?
I don't know, Ouch!
Stop it!
I can't do anything about it!
Okay, what is going on now? Oh my goodness, okay.
Was the delivery to your satisfaction?
What?
The delivery! Everything fine with it? No damage, delay, or other complaints?
Delivery?
A stamp of the Shrimpire was in your pocket, along with this address. Valid for 2 packages, well-timed, immediate delivery guarantee. So, everything's okay here, yeah? We have a lot to do.
Yes, everything is alright. Thanks.
The Shrimpire is at your service. Shrimpire, move!
I was dead. The electric shocks. Of course. Teddy McAnally fell into the electric eel pool. That was the reason for his near-death experience.
Okay, that actually does kind of make sense even. Reanimated, we are still alive. Martha and I were mistaken for delivery by the Shrimpire, and we were delivered by the McAnally Hotel. To the McAnally Hotel. We were extremely lucky because the electric eels acted like living defibrillators on our deceased bodies. That must have been exactly what happened to Teddy McAnally when he had his near-death experience. That was really close, but I can't ignore what I had to experience in the afterlife. Jichomilele will archive everyone who was in Teddy's bar, and that's all my fault. Maybe there's still a way to stop Jichomilele. What was it Malty said to me? There is no problem a cocktail can't solve. Is that the case? So we had that one, we had this one, we had this one. Oh, and we have a new, near death on the beach. A recipe from the anonymous anesthetists. Not much is known about the effect of this new cocktail yet, but the combination of ingredients alone arouses my interest. What is particularly remarkable about this drink is that all the ingredients must have a black color. Herbal liquor, cold ashes, a personal sacrifice. Okay, so, But I guess we also have to read the new entry now. Near death on the beach. This cocktail sounds like it is just the right thing for this situation, but I'm still a little worried about the ingredients, especially the personal sacrifice. I'm afraid I know what might be meant by that. My adventure's not over yet, but maybe this is the end of this story. Ooh, okay, that sounds interesting.
Malty? He's breathing. Fortunately, he just seems to be passed out. But where is that parrot?
Yeah, the parrot. The parrot we all hate.
These beasts saved my life.
Thanks, eels. Okay, we can't leave here, can we? Yeah, we could leave here, but I want to leave from this side. Okay, so nobody's here right now, which is good. So we could go back there. Nobody's here, but we can go to those rooms now, can't we? Better not. I don't even know why, she says. Why doesn't she speak anymore? Okay, that's weird. Alright, so let's leave the hotel for now then. And see what we can do. We don't have the automaton, the cocktail automaton anymore either, so okay, we can't go there. Huh. Also, now maybe it's time. Can't take the lime either. But here I remember. Look at the gravestone.
The grave of Booze Britta. She must be buried here with a bottle of hunting accident.
The
grave.
I'm sorry, but I will have to do this, Britta.
Sorry, Britta, but
yeah.
I have to borrow this for a moment.
Unfortunate, but it has to be done. Can't go in here. So we do have hunting accident, herbal liquor, which we need for the near-death experience, right? Herbal liquor, yeah. We need cold ashes too. Don't know yet where we will get those from. But what I know... Oh, look who is here.
Cleo? You're alive? Were you able to save my books?
Oh, shut up.
No, Avery. Jichomilele let me drown on the spot. I'm very, very lucky to be alive at all. Thanks for the help, by the way.
That old woman came out of nowhere. What was I supposed to do?
You could have tried to warn me. You just left us behind. Left us for dead. Doesn't that sound familiar to you? And all you can think about is your stupid books. Nobody cares about your made-up stories.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I was dead, Avery. For a moment, I was really dead and saw it all. The afterlife, the administration, the archive.
I was in that archive, Cleo. I was already completely forgotten until you found this book. And it looks like I'll end up there again very soon.
Jichomilele worked in this administration and we helped her to return.
So?
She said she wants to put things back in order. She wants to sort out, shred countless death cards. Anyone who's been in Teddy's bar.
We're alive, Cleo. As long as you live, she cannot harm you.
No, but...
And even if she could, what are you going to do about it?
I think I have an idea on how to get back one more time.
Back to the afterlife?
Yes, but just for a moment.
That's crazy!
I have no choice!
Of course you have one. You had your great adventure, and you survived it. Takeaway, getaway. Now is your chance to get away, Cleo. I'm taking it. You should take it too.
Get away? You mean just don't do anything about all of this?
I didn't have this opportunity to get away back then, and I won't let it slip away again.
I just can't do that.
It really was an adventure, Cleo. It was fun, and that's no lie.
Interesting. Farewell, Avery. I'm afraid that was my last meeting with Avery Alwick. He survived too, but he decided to take the opportunity to get away, just as described in his book. And somehow I can't blame him, but I can't just look away. I have to do something about Jichomilele, and I have to do it right away. Okay, so we do have this ink here, and... Okay, publisher can't enter here anymore. Can we go fish? Don't think so. Oh, there is cocktail.
Cocktail? He must have washed up here.
One last drink.
Unfortunately, we can't do that anymore. One last drink. The cocktail 8000 washed up in Panama Bay. It has been quite damaged, but it still has power for one last cocktail, and I already have a very specific recipe in mind. So there's that. But we need ashes. What is the last thing that we need again? A personal sacrifice. What could that be? The Kraken for the set? Don't think that the shovel will count. Look at barrel. Okay, it has to be black. Everything has to be black. We mustn't forget that. Just to be sure, have I forgotten anything over here? It doesn't seem to be the case, which means we need those ashes, and I have a clue, I think, where to get those ashes. Here. We do have the ashes, and now we need a personal sacrifice. But what could that be? A personal sacrifice. What could that be? Personal sacrifice. I don't think that we will find anything over here. We have been here already. Nope. Do we have that personal sacrifice on us? I don't think so. But let's return to Hall and this barrel of ink. Okay. Let's go to Hell.
What
Yeah.
about one last drink?
The modifier is ashes, and the flavor is...
Sorry, I can't make a cocktail out of it.
So we are missing the personal sacrifice. What might that be? Can't enter here anymore. A personal sacrifice, you say? What might that personal sacrifice be? What am I missing? I don't think... And we can't enter here either. So this is bugged, definitely. She won't talk about those anymore. Don't hear any voice lines, so I suppose... a personal sacrifice. What could that be? I have absolutely no clue what that personal sacrifice could be. Okay, there is nothing up here though. Nothing over here. Is it our diary maybe, or something like that?
What about one last drink?
And the flavor, a personal sacrifice, the Kraken for the set.
Sorry, I can't make a cocktail out of it.
Alright guys, I will have to think about this a little. So if you want to know if I can figure out what the personal sacrifice is, you'll have to tune in next time for Cleo, A Pirate's Tale. See you then.